Alaykum salam.
Alhamdulillah for starting the study of this book. May Allah bless and protect your knowledge and memory.
Thank you. Thank you.
A question about imperfections. You had mentioned that these are not from the cause, the illah.
Yeah.
So for example, if someone is born with a dysfunctional heart, this is what the person has been given, do we not say that this condition is from God, the cause?
In a sense, you may say that this is from God, but when you philosophically analyze it, anything which is negational is not created. For example, if I am poor, I can say poverty is given by God, but in a sense means that God has not given me money, not that God has given me poverty. Do you understand? So God only gives good things, but when He doesn't give us the good things that we expect, we may suffer. But it doesn't mean that God has given us this problem. Okay? Like, for example, if I have, for example, if say 40 degrees of light, and because then I don't have 60 more degrees to reach 100%, I may make mistakes, I may, suffer, I may have, fear, I may have despair. If I had 100% light, I wouldn't have fear or despair. But I have only 40, percent of light. Okay, can I say that my lacking of those 60% is causing this problem, so therefore God is causing me fear and despair? Maybe you can say it in a ordinary conversation, but philosophically no, because ma asabakum min hasanatin famin Allah. Anything good you have is from God, but anything bad is not from God. So we need to understand only good comes from God, only light comes from God, and the rest is a matter of not receiving more. Why we didn't receive more? Maybe there is a wisdom here. Either I didn't have capacity for it, or either the society, the environment, family, etc. didn't let me have more capacity, or maybe there is something good coming out of this. Maybe I have to learn how to cope with this, and then by struggling my capacity for this increase, or for other good things increase. So Ya man arjuhu likulli khair. Only I have hope for every good thing in Allah. Allah is the only supplier of goodness, plus He only supplies goodness. These two together. Yeah? He is the only supplier of light, and He only supplies light. There is no supplier of light, and there is no mixed supply by Allah, that Allah sometimes gives darkness, sometimes gives light, sometimes gives good things, sometimes gives corrupt things. No, He only gives good things.
MashaAllah, thank you for that answer, Sheikh. Now we have one more question. It's from Brother Akbar. He says, Salams.
Alaykum salam.
In previous rounds, were we as individuals or as humanity as a whole? If as individuals, then when did we separate as part of humanity?
Yes, we were not as individuals. We were not with these limits and these boundaries that we have. I think maybe this question was asked before end of my talk, I don't know, because I explained that in that realm we didn't exist as individuals. So for example, it's not that over there was Yazid and Imam Hussein together and not fighting, for example, or not, Yazid causing problem. No, there was no such a thing as Yazid. Individuality was not there. But whatever is in any human being was there. Maybe I can give this example. Imagine rain is coming, and these examples are not perfect, because from another aspect there can be differences. Rain is coming, bringing pure water. But then this pure water, when it's flowing on a salty soil, it becomes salty. If it goes on a soil without salt, it's sweet. So you have now salty water and sweet water. But when they were in cloud, they were not separate from each other, and you only had sweet water. Separation and different tastes, colors, all come afterwards. But the difference, this example, as I said, is not perfect because we are not like rain and cloud, because as we will explain, when rain comes from the cloud, is no longer in the cloud. Yeah? It is tajafi. So water used to be in the cloud, came down, now has become sweet and salty. But we are more connected with God. So we are sweet and salty, or husnul khulq and su'ul khulq, but we are still with God. Like the Quran, which has not left Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We have not left Allah. We are not disconnected from Allah. It's not that Allah created us and threw out us in this world. We are still with Him, and with Him we are just good. No worry, no problem, nothing. But the thing is that we are not as individuals. When we go back, inshallah, when we talk about ba'd ad-dunya, we will have our individual identity in Islam. That's the difference. In the first time, we are not individuals. Then we come to this world with individuals, and then we will have two types of destiny. We will have happy ending and sad ending at the end. But in the beginning, everyone has very good condition. All come from Allah and are in Allah.
So, can I come in, Sheikh? Thank you.
Yes, you are welcome. Yes, Bismillah.
Okay. So, I haven't studied philosophy, so you might find what I say very naive. So if I take the example of the rain and the cloud.
Yeah.
So in the cloud, all the raindrops were as one, as clouds.
Yes. Yeah.
So as human beings, we were humanity in the previous realm, like a cloud.
Mm.
And then the clouds caused raindrops.
Mm.
Before it became salty or sweet.
Yeah.
So when did I as Akbar become Akbar from the previous realm? With my DNA and what I inherited from my parents.
So when your soul was created, that is then when you become an individual human being. We have certain identity when your soul was created.
And when was that? In the previous realm.
So before that, but before in time. This before even now is true. Now, in a world prior or above this material world, we are all together in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Okay, let me give you this example, because as I said, the example of rain helps, but it's not perfect, because when it comes down, it's no longer in the cloud. This example: imagine I have 10 students, okay, and I teach them a subject like philosophy, and I try to organize what I know about philosophy, what I have learned over years, into a structured, gradual, teaching. So I make it simple. I make it, in lessons, and then I give first lesson and second lesson gradually. So my students then, depending on their capacity, their attention, their working, mubahasa, etc., they get different degrees of what I have shared with them. Whatever they learn from me, it's still in me. Okay? So whatever of knowledge of philosophy that they have is from me. They didn't have any other teacher or any other source. But my students have now different understandings. Even some of them have misunderstanding. Some of them have not understood everything. Some people are misunderstood. Some people understood very well. But all these kinds of understandings, if you take the positive side, which is knowledge, all are in me and from me. Okay? So that knowledge has not separated me at the same time that I have shared with them. This is closer example. Still, it's not perfect, but it's closer. Because it's not perfect because I can die and they can have that knowledge. But the perfect example is that if those students, for example, are in my mind, and if in my mind I have 10 students and they learn different degrees from me, so that is then real relation between cause and effect. And without me, they cannot exist. So their knowledge, when it is in me, is one, is a whole, not divided, not gradual. But when it goes to them, it has degrees, it has problems, etc.
Thank you.
May Allah bless you. Ahsant. Is there any other question or comment? Okay, if no, then we can end inshallah with dua.